When you unsquare a number, you have found the square root of the number. The square root is the number that is multiplied by itself to reach a square number. Here are some examples. The square root of 16 is 4, because 4 times 4 equals 16. The square root of 49 is 7, because 7 times 7 equals 49. In 5th grade, we are only going to be looking for the square roots of square numbers. So for us, our square root is always going to work out to be a whole number, like 4 or like 7. We won't be working with any decimals. So in order to find the square root, we need to be starting with a square number. For example, if we start with the square number 25, what would be the square root of 25? Right, it's 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. And that completes this video. Make sure you have these notes copied down.
So what is the square root of 36? Well, to find the square root of a number, let's start by recalling the definition of a square root. The definition for a square root says that if we have a squared equal to b, that means that the square root of b is equal to a. So that means we need to find a number that when we square it equals 36. So let's take numbers and square them and see if we get 36. In other words, let's guess and check. Let's start with the number 1. That's usually a good place to start. So let's take the number 1 and square it. If we square 1, do we get 36? No, we don't. 1 squared is 1 times 1, which is just 1. What about 2 squared? Well, 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4, also not 36. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And 4 squared is 16. None of these are equal to 36. But as we go, we're getting larger and larger. So we're getting closer and closer to 36. So let's keep going. 5 squared is equal to 25. Not 36, but we're getting closer. 6 squared. 6 squared is 36. Hey, 36! That's the number we were looking for. So now we have 6 squared equals 36. We have this in the form a squared equals b. And if a squared equals b, then the square root of b equals a. That means if 6 squared equals 36, then the square root of 36 is equal to 6.